Hi, I'm Alethea Gomez, and I have the privilege of serving as the Colorado Executive Director at Executives Partnering to Invest in Children, also known as EPIC. EPIC is a 16-year-old nonprofit started in Colorado by business leaders to serve as the lead voice in showing childcare as critical workforce, community, and economic infrastructure. Our members believe that what is good for children is good for business, and we help ensure that childcare remains a policy and investment priority to allow all families to care for their children and engage in the workforce as they choose. At EPIC, we spend a lot of our time walking alongside providers across the care spectrum, including those in family childcare homes, as they seek to establish and expand their businesses, supporting them as they navigate regulatory systems that, quite honestly, weren't always built for them. As investment continues in housing and economic growth, business and community leaders have to be just as intentional about investing in childcare. And land use, zoning, and other practices are some of the most powerful tools we have to ensure it can exist and thrive in the very places families live and work. I want to take a few minutes to talk about what we've learned from this community of providers, what success can truly look like, and why the policy and other partnerships around this work matter so much. So first, and perhaps the hardest question, what does success look like for home-based childcare providers? This can be tough to answer because there are so many things that make these providers unique in their communities. But when I think about that, three words surface first: engagement, understanding, and incorporation. Let's talk about engagement first because we can all do better. Part of success, and a big part of success, is when providers are engaged and can feel like they are part of the conversation, not an afterthought, that they're being asked for input when policies are being shaped, when programs are being designed, and especially when decisions are being made that directly impact their businesses and their lives. If you want to know what success looks like, just go and ask them. As I said before, home-based childcare is a unique model. It doesn't look like center-based care, and it's not supposed to, not from a land use perspective, not from a zoning perspective. These are small businesses, often run out of someone's home, and they can require different and sometimes unfamiliar iterations of space use, location, operating hours, and other dynamics that meet community needs, but often not regulatory restrictions. Therefore, success also means understanding. Understanding the profound impact that childcare has on our economy and future, the unique business model these providers contend with, as well as the cost and dedication of providing this critical piece of community infrastructure sustainably. Whatever we can do as leaders to support their ability to find balance and reliable supports through regulatory reform, we should pursue. We are too often asking providers to exist and remain in conditions with mounting and conflicting requirements. And then there's true incorporation, intentionally bringing this unique and valuable business model into how we think about community development and economic growth. Home-based childcare programs may look different, but they are absolutely not less than. They are essential, and they represent a powerful return for families, employers, and communities, including alongside initiatives like housing. We should design policies, funding, and supports that fit their reality, rather than asking them to adapt to systems that were never built for them. EPIC would like to see a day when regulatory and funding systems foster the growth and development of these care environments in our community, empowering home and business ownership, addressing growing community and workforce needs, and meeting families exactly where they are. One of the biggest lessons we've learned, and something that continues to be reinforced with every conversation I have with providers, is how critical relationships are. You cannot effectively support home-based providers, really any provider, if you don't have relationships with them, full stop. There's just no substitute for asking someone, does this make sense for you? Would this actually work in your program? Because when we skip that step and design initiatives without their input, we too often miss the mark. I've seen this happen at the local, state, and national level. Programs are launched with good intentions, but without provider feedback, they don't land the way we hoped. If providers don't see themselves reflected, they disengage, and then we're at the risk of losing their voice entirely. Relationship building isn't just a nice to have, it's truly foundational. This is exactly why some of the legislative work EPIC has supported is so important. Policy is a central pillar in our work because we know that we can take what we learn about the challenges on the ground and bring them straight to the Capitol, working closely with business leaders, elected officials, and other stakeholders to find a solution that really works for providers, families, and communities.